Hello lovelies and welcome to today's layout. So, bit of a background story. Last month I sent in an application for the Scrapbook Fantasies creative team, and the second part of that application was we got sent a little box of goodies to audition with, basically. So come up with a few layouts and just see what we can create. So this is my first piece out of that little goodie box. It had exclusive products designed by Scrapbook Fantasies, and this is their Magical Memories collection. So you've probably seen if you are on the Scrapbook Fantasies creative Facebook page, I'll put a link to that below as well. You'll see that a few other people have been using this fabulous audition kit as well and creating some really cool stuff. So it's great to see how we're all creating something different with the same box of goodies, which is really fabulous. So I'm starting with the Sprigs stencil, and I'm using some light modeling paste. Now, this background paper is gorgeous as well. It's a lovely pink wood grain. And these are some pictures. Well, this is a picture from Ruby last weekend when we went camping. And it just goes beautifully with the elements in this kit that I got. So I was quite excited to use this. I have dried off my modelling paste. I wanted a light modelling paste because I didn't want it to be too heavy and I didn't want it to be too bold. But I did want a bit of interest in my background. So now I'm coming in with a distress crayon in espresso. It is the only medium I have in distress that is brown, because I'm not usually a brown kind of person. But it just went really well with this. It brought in some of that wood texture into my background. Now this picture is of Ruby playing hide and seek between two branches of a tree. We spent a lot of time playing hide and seek, and her way of playing hide and seek is to she hides on one side of the tree and I hide on the other. It was just too cute. So I took a picture, and I just loved this picture so much that I wanted to scrapbook it, but I know I wanted it to be small, and I love that the green and the brown contrast very deeply with that pink in the background. But that pink wood grain sort of brings in that little feminine touch, because it is a picture of my little girl. And I just love it. I thought it was just beautiful. So yeah, so I'm just building up basically a photo, an area, a focal point behind my photo. So basically a photo mat with the modeling paste and the distress crayon. And then I wanted to add some splatters because I can't help myself. And to start with, it was just a bit too watered down. So I added some more of the crayon, and my crayon got really wet. So I thought, let's just use the crayon, and it worked quite well. And then I'm just bringing in my brush just to add some splatters, give it a bit of a grungy look, and just to add more interest to that background piece. I've bumped up my photo on some craft foam for some dimension. And then I'm going to start embellishing my background. So there was a lot of fussy cutting in this kit. I've already done 2 layouts, and both layouts I have used a few little fussy cut pieces. So the pattern paper, there's a fair few sheets of the pattern paper in this collection that has some great fussy cutting elements. And when you see my next layout, there's a lot of elements on there that I fussy cut. But this is the Fussy Cut Essentials piece that goes with this kit. And they're little daisies. I think they're daisies. They're flowers. And I thought I'd fussy cut a few of them. Honestly, when I first saw this piece, I wasn't sure how I was going to use it because I'm not usually a big flower person. But this worked perfectly. I thought I'd fussy cut a few of these out and see if I could use it on this layout. And it just it just works perfectly with these sprigs in the background. It just looks like I've got a few flowers popping up on these sprigs. And I really love, this was purely accidental. I just love how it came together. So I'm just plopping a few of them here and there. And it's at this point I'm like, oh, this works. These little flowers are coming off this branch. It looks like they're coming out of this tree. So I was very excited by that. I have put some foam on a few of them, glued others straight to the page. I do like to have varying degrees of dimension. These little butterflies were part of the cut-apart collectibles that we got in the kit, just a few of them. And again, they just went beautifully with this layout. The colouring was perfect. It ties in with those daisies. And I do love a good butterfly. I used a different kind of butterfly on the other layout I did. Ruby and I love butterflies. We see one and we're like, oh, butterfly. So it just worked with this layout as well. I've also used the chipboard Geo Heart. I've kept it raw because it goes in with that wood grain, and it was just a really cute little embellishment. So I'm just going to add a few more of these little daisies on my branches, and then I'm going to add some rhinestones. Just a bit of bling here and there. It just pops. It pops beautifully. So I've got these really little tiny ones, so I just plant them in a few areas near my daisies, and it just adds a bit of bling to the layout, which is a lot of fun, you know. Can't have a layout without bling, I reckon, especially a layout of a little girl. So like I said, this was when we went camping last weekend, and I printed 2 photos off 3x4, and I've used actually one for each layout I've created for my audition kit. So you'll see the other one very soon. Now, I Frankensteined my title. It was wonderful, and I've just cut it down to say wonder. And then I'm going to get another alpha, and my title is going to be Never Lose Your Sense of Wonder. And I just thought it was a perfect little title for this little picture, because the title reminds me of the story of, you know, our adventure when we went. We spent a lot of time walking around the campsite. Ruby loves rocks at the moment, so she spent a lot of time collecting rocks and leaves and playing hide and seek around tree trunks, and, you know, just the wonder of a toddler, of a almost 3-year-old, you know, to just spend her day doing that and having so much fun. Like, she never got bored with it, never got bored with playing hide and seek around a tree, never got bored with collecting rocks. We have a whole bag of rocks, and they're not even different. They're all the same kind of rock. But Ruby loves rocks. She loves to collect rocks. That's her thing at the moment. Her brother collects shells and she collects rocks. We have a nice little rock garden happening out the front. I actually, Santa got Cooper a little shell mesh bag for Christmas. So I got Ruby one as well, and she uses hers for rocks. So yeah, I just thought that this title was perfect for that, and it just reminds me of when the photo was taken and the story behind the photo. Because I didn't really want to add journaling to this, because I didn't feel that it sort of would have worked. Like, I didn't want to add anything more to my layout. So that's why I've just kept my title nice. I do like to make longer titles lately. It takes a bit more patience, which I don't have a lot of, and making sure I have the letters. So I like the fact that I was able to use the longer title, and I also like mixing alphas together. So that is always great. And, oh yeah, I had to check with Google how to spell lose. For some reason I thought it was 2 O's. Don't judge me. But anyway, so yeah, never lose your sense of wonder, and I do love that it's got 2 different types of font. And I think that's pretty much it for this layout. I do love how it's come together. This is probably my favorite that I've created so far with the bits and pieces from this audition kit. Like I said, I will do another video very soon of my other layout that I've created so far. And I think I have plans to do another one tonight. So we'll see how I go. We'll see what I can create with this kit. So yeah, like I said, head over to the Facebook page. I'll put the link below. And check out what a few of the other prospective D team members, creative team members have been creating with this same kit. So leave us some love over there. We'd love to know what you think. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll be back real soon. Bye for now.